Godzilla, blazing a trail of terror to his Japanese homeland.
Captain, water in the conning tower. Godzilla!
Roaring defiance to the only enemy on Earth strong enough to challenge him. The uncomfortable King Kong, giant gorilla god of this South Seas paradise, where sensuous maidens offer themselves in ritual sacrifice to his brute embrace.
Godzilla has a brain about this size. He is sheer brute force. While Kong is a thinking animal. His brain is considerably larger. About 10 times the size of this gorilla's skull. Being instinctive rivals, there is no doubt that they will attempt to destroy one another.
King Kong versus Godzilla, heading for their colossal collision, shattering every obstacle that stands between them in the most fantastic rampage of annihilation ever recorded on film.
And now, our feature presentation.
Fucking giant.
Dog, that whole trailer is propaganda. Like, this makes no sense. The uncomfortable King Kong. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another rip-rousing episode of Cinema Villains. I am your hostess with the mostest, Shaggy Black. Alongside me is the uncomfortable kaiju expert.
Am I an expert?
Jose.
That's
Jose,
right.
How are you?
I'm doing great, man.
You gotta have more confidence, man. You are this show's kaiju expert.
Well, let's fucking go. I'm hyped now. I'm ready.
You are, dog.
I'm ready.
You are. Like, you have the tattoos, you got the know-how, you have the fucking merchandise, you have the Christmas sweater.
Hey, I do have that Christopher. Shit is fucking sick.
Yeah, man. Does it
I
still
love that
light
sweater.
up?
Yeah,
Does it still light up?
Yeah, it still lights up.
Yeah, so, yeah, I call him our kaiju expert because, obviously, we're going to talk about kaijus.
I love this movie. Well, not this movie in particular.
Oh, God, no.
But I love...
If you've clicked the title and playing this episode, you know what we're talking about. Now, we are not talking about the movie that comes out our next episode, which is Godzilla versus Kong.
Yes.
We are talking about the original, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
The 1963 movie King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yes.
Which, again, take a drink, one of my favorite movies. And no, this movie is not good.
No.
This movie is not good.
We understand if you like it. I'm not going to judge you or shame you, unlike Double Dragon.
Yeah, Jose,
But, yeah.
Jose, like, I even told Jose a confidence. Like, I remember watching this movie as a kid and just, like, laughing at the fight and loving the fight.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen all this movie all the way through. Now that I have, and I'm kind of like, oh my God, this movie was awful. This movie is like, I'm not going to say it's not the worst Toho Godzilla movie.
Oh, no, not
Period.
at all.
It's not. It's at least somewhat enjoyable, but it's not like the fight alone in this movie makes it enjoyable, and that's kind of like mostly every Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
Up until a point. But this particular one is just the biggest of oofs. Oofs. So I mean, that's obviously this week's episode. This movie was directed by
Shiro Honda.
Yeah, it's Shiro Honda.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you
The original movie was made in 1962.
Yes, that's right.
The Japanese version, which Jose does own.
Yes.
Because, kaiju lover and expert.
That big-ass Criterion box set. Shout out to you.
It's not even a box set, man. That thing's like a
It's
book.
like a big-ass coffee book. It's like,
a book with movies in it. Like,
Yeah.
here you go. Like, he was like, hey, you're here for the pictures, but if you turn to this page, there's the movies.
Right, yes.
He is... Actually, you know what? we're gonna go like before we even douse off. I'm gonna give Jose the floor here. Jose, can you tell the lovely people about how much you love Godzilla?
Well, I love Godzilla a lot. I've been watching these movies since I was a wee little boy. Since before I can remember.
A wee tot.
But yeah, no, I don't like it. This, like I said, it's sad. I don't remember the first time I watched a Godzilla movie. I just remember always loving Godzilla.
Kind of how I was with Batman.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you what got me into it, but all I know is I had like that Batman sheet.
Right, there you go.
Wait, comforter, not sheet. Sorry.
Yeah. I love Godzilla. I've been watching these movies forever. I have dedicated my right arm to the king. I have an entire Godzilla sleeve on my right arm. Pretty much, like I said, I've been watching these movies forever, man.
Yeah.
I still get giddy as a kid whenever there's like something new Godzilla-related announced.
What's like your favorite thing about Godzilla? Like the mythos, the character?
Yeah, just the mythos, the character scene. Like, a lot of people would think it just like, would say cheesy effects, but no, it's actually pretty... I think they're amazing practical effects. Like the little miniatures, the details they put into them.
Definitely love the miniatures.
Shit like that. Yeah, it's great, man. Everything about it, they're just cool, dude.
So what really, I mean, it's kind of like I'm asking the question again, but what kind of drew you to like Godzilla?
That's I do not know. I don't remember. It had to be like, oh, look at this giant dinosaur, essentially. Just breathing fire, fighting other monsters. You know, that had to be it as a kid. Yeah.
With me loving Godzilla, it's definitely the music score.
Yes.
And the monster fights.
Yeah.
Like, but definitely the music score. Like, I'd never heard a monster have such an iconic music score.
Yeah, his theme is amazing.
Yeah, his theme is like one of the main reasons why I love Godzilla, and then like obviously the Godzilla fights. I was one of those guys that would watch Godzilla growing up and would see just the fights. Yeah. Like, I didn't know any of the plot, but I just see him taking on bigger monsters. And that was like my biggest thing. And that's what most people like seeing. Just seeing the monsters. I'm a simple Godzilla fan, but I do love Godzilla.
Yeah.
Not as much as I love King Kong, but I love Godzilla. I love them equally. But somebody has to pick.
It's one of those like, which child is your favorite? Yes. Yes. That's the answer. Yes. Exactly.
That is like, I don't want to hurt any feelings.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, and since I've known you, you've been a huge Godzilla fan. Like I said, I've known you before you even got your tattoos.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, that's crazy. Like, this man, I remember the day that he texted us. It was me, Jay, and Shane. He texted us and said, "Yo, he got a tattoo." I know I was texting him. He showed me a picture. He showed me a picture of him getting a tattoo. I was like, "Dog, let's go." And it took you how long to get that fucking other part of the sleeve done?
Oh, you got a good point. It was a minute. It took like a while.
Because I remember the first half was done.
Yeah.
But the second half was not done. He's like, dude, it's not done. I got to go back and finish it.
I got to get the lower half, yeah.
Yeah, and it took what? I've known you for about 6, 7.
I don't remember how long it took, but it took a minute.
Okay.
But I eventually got it, yes.
All right. Like, I'm just kind of remembering that, and I'm kind of like, damn, dude. I just, like, the stories with that
I think it's shorter than this arm. This arm has gone, like, I have a half sleeve up here. I don't know how to finish it, though. That's my thing.
I'd never seen that one.
It's like it's essentially death, I'm going to assume.
Ooh, okay. So you got something actually, you know what? I actually thought that I was going to have any more practical, like, Hispanic tattoos more than you, but you actually have one, so I actually feel better now.
There you go.
Because I thought, like, I wanted, like, a luchador skull on my hand.
There you go, yeah.
And I was like, yo, I'm going to do this probably in Texas with my Latino friend, and he doesn't have anything, and I don't want him not to be offended or anything.
Yeah, why would I be offended?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's things I think about.
Yeah, I just don't know how to finish this arm. We'll figure it out.
Dude, I can definitely give you some ideas, man. At least
I kind of want a plague doctor since we survived.
I mean, you can.
Since we survived.
Technically.
Knock on wood, we survived.
Fucking elbow drop.
Right, we survived.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the plague doctor would be dope. But yeah, no, man, just you getting your Godzilla tattoos, I know, and we're both pumped for the movie, and we're gonna see it, and it's gonna be amazing. At least what we were told.
Yeah, because
spoilers.
Yeah. From what we've heard it's great.
But that we're avoiding. Like
because it popped up on my YouTube suggestions because it's already out. And
thank God this is why I'm glad I flooded my fucking shit with nothing but like MLB shit.
Oh,
like, I have flooded like nothing. I get like the occasional wrestling thing.
Yes.
I get like the occasional like video game thing, but now since I've typed in like MLB and watching like MLB The Show, all of that shit is just like I got nothing but baseball.
Yeah.
Never had that much baseball shit on my YouTube page, and it's just like debugging. It's like fucking burying everything else, like my movies and shit buried, so I don't see shit.
Yes, good.
Oof. But man, yeah, no, and this is one of, and we decided to go with this obviously because of next week or next week's episode, and we just want to do King Kong versus Godzilla, but we were at a conundrum. So in lieu of this movie, there are two versions.
See,
there is the American version.
That's right.
And there is the Japanese version. Due to the fact that trying to find the Japanese version, unless you are like Jose and you buy the $100 plus Godzilla Criterion Collection,
yeah,
you will not have it be accessed. The American version of this movie is more widely accessible.
Yeah, you can get this
for like
anywhere,
renting or like hell, you can buy it buy it on Amazon.
Yeah, no, it's
like,
available. Yeah, it's
widely,
easy to get.
Yeah, widely available, right? So we decided to cover this. We kind of wish we didn't, but what we did first. I think what messed it up was what we did first is we watched probably a brief 10 minutes.
Yeah, like 10 minutes at max. Yeah, it
probably
wasn't that
10,
long.
not even long. It was like 10 minutes of like the Japanese version of this movie, and we were like, okay, maybe we should, and not because we were worried about looking at subtitles or anything else like that. Not at all.
Don't phase us. Yeah,
doesn't phase us at all. I think we were just trying to keep it for more detail, which was a mistake on our part because we originally just finished the movie and we just kind of like, there's no real big detail here that we need to follow because if we think this is the story, this ain't gonna make no sense. We took that out and we watched the American version, and probably 5 minutes in, not even.
Yeah,
about 2 minutes in, we
immediately
regretted it.
oh, fuck us.
Like,
we were like,
fuck,
God
dude,
damn it.
Fuck. Like, we're going to go back and watch a Japanese version.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Eventually, and then even get more upset because it's like, why the fuck we do this to ourselves?
Right.
But this is what we're going to bring you, is the American version. As you know, with always when we do these episodes, there are spoilers, but this movie is also,
50 years old?
Yeah, so there's no fucking way that you can Google what happens in this movie and be done with it. But but for those who want to wait, or those who like to be really in depth into it, go ahead. You can pause it right now because we're gonna pause our show, go out and go watch the movie, come back, listen to it, and just listen to us ramble.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much what we're gonna do here. It's waiting. Like this is a pregame. This is the pregame episode for next week's big battle. Man, so unlike now, most parts I'm usually taking the lead on this. I'm going to give the reins to Jose for most of this episode because obviously he is the kaiju expert, and I don't want to look like a jackass.
More so than he already does.
Yes.
So there you go.
Wait. Fuck you. But yeah, so I mean, typically now, like I said, these next couple of episodes won't be your typical cinema villains episode, the normal forte, because obviously we would take these movies and we would rate the villains in them, but these next ones probably won't have too many villains in them because it's kind of who you want to choose.
Yeah,
because they're both bad guys in this.
Kind of.
Technically.
Kind of. It's weird.
It's super weird. It's just... This is kind of why you just leave things alone. But you kind of start messing with things and... yeah, it's bad. But, this movie.
Yeah.
Well, Jose, you got anything to tell the people before we get started?
We got a couple of house cleaning things we should talk about.
Okay.
So last week, during our Major League episode, we had our movies confused like a motherfucker. Apparently.
Yes, we did, because I called it out.
Did you? Okay, because fucking Gary Busey is in Rookie of the Year.
Yes.
Not Angels in the Outfield.
Yes.
Tony Danza is in Angels in the Outfield, and that's who was like supposed to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were confused. We
were super confused. That was a little bit of cleaning up.
Yeah,
I listened to that.
Shout out to Ro. He sent me that text. He's like, man, y'all had your shit all confused. I'm like, what?
This is what happens when we drink.
Right.
And try to remember like 30-plus-year-old movies.
Yeah.
Going back, I listened to that episode because I edit.
Yeah.
I listened to that. I was like, oh, fuck. I almost cut that out.
Oh wow! Yeah.
I almost did, but because we were human, I left it in because I wanted to see if anybody was gonna listen and see how fucked up that it was. Bad. It was because we fucked that up.
Yeah.
We got fucking Little Big League confused with Rookie of the Year. I mean, I know I said that going
you
back.
caught that in the episode.
I caught that
least,
in the episode, thank God, but I didn't catch the rest of it.
Yeah,
so I was
no,
fuck. It was. Ooh,
Yeah, because my homeboy, shout out to you, Ro, again. But he was like, man, y'all got that all fucked up. Like, Gary Busey's the Rookie of the Year. He's the Rocket. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then it all came to me. I'm like, oh, shit, he's right. I'm like, God, fucking Tony Danza.
Yeah, it was. I definitely forgot about Tony Danza.
We were just talking about Tony Danza, too, in Double Dragon.
Yeah.
Who's the boss?
Yeah, it was, oof. I mean, hey, man, we have our fuck-ups. We have our fuck-ups every time.
Thank you, Booze. The booze strikes again, Shag.
Yeah, we can, as long as we keep drinking, we can always have someone to blame.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something to blame. All right, anything else with the housekeeping
really.
for that?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay. I would like to bring up some house cleaning things.
Let's go.
Not necessarily cleaning, but this is also the time I'm going to tell you to pay attention.
Pay attention.
If you remember when I told you guys we had something special coming.
Yes.
We have something very special coming. I will be talking about it next week's episode, but you got to be listening to this episode because the answer is going to be in there. And I kind of already spoiled it a wee bit. But you just stay tuned. Keep your ears peeled, and maybe you have a shot.
Right.
All right.
Also, so do we do the announcement now about the new hall opening?
Oh yes. Well, we'll go ahead and do that now.
Okay, yeah.
We'll go ahead and do that now. Me and Jose, Cinema Villains Collective,
Yes.
Has decided. Well, this is our first monster movie.
Yes.
And what better way to celebrate this? Because we both love Godzilla, but obviously I bow down to Jose and his greatness and love of Godzilla that we decided to. Normally when we do Cinema Villains, we do open up. We have our hall, our Villains Hall that we put our villains in, and we also have the club.
Yeah,
we
the
let
VIP
them in.
club, yep.
The VIP club. If they're really special, they get in VIP. If they're not, they can just get into the club.
Yeah.
But other than that, no. Or they get in the hall and then they get in the club. Godzilla means a lot to us. A lot to us. So we wanted to do our own. I said kaiju wing.
Yeah.
But then Jose kind of pointed out, say, hey man, kaijus are kind of like big monsters, and
sometimes we have little monsters that terrorize stuff.
Yeah, too. So we are just going to open up our fellow wing and pretty much almost name it after Godzilla.
Yeah, like the Godzilla Hall.
Yeah, the Godzilla Hall.
We figured it out. We try to think of fancy zoo names, and shit was just kind of weird.
None of that shit was kind of running off the way we wanted to.
Yeah,
the menagerie was about
the menagerie. Oh shit, no!
The menagerie was close.
As of right now, that's what we're calling it. It's probably gonna change because it's weird. Go look that shit up. Yeah,
Gojira Menagerie.
The Cinema Villain Menagerie.
The Cinema Villain.
That sounds
Menagerie.
sexual as fuck.
It does. That's kind of what I mean. It fits the title of this show. It fits the theme of the show that we always have going on. But shit gets kind of weird, man, and we kind of keep it under wraps.
Yeah,
this isn't this like Joe's like I was gonna say, this show's for children. I'm like. There's no kids listening to this. Jesus, I wouldn't recommend it. I curse way too much.
Exactly.
And hell no. Shit, man, my parents won't even listen to this.
Yeah, I don't tell my mom. Hell no.
I told my mom about it, but she's not gonna listen.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, we want to do this right, and we want to induct Godzilla into the wing first.
Yeah,
he is not a villain. We can go ahead and say that now. Now he may be looked as a villain.
Yeah,
but he's done. It's more like one of those weird.
It's one of those weird. Yeah, because in the first 4 movies, he's definitely a villain.
Yeah.
Then he becomes kind of anti-hero in the next one, and then eventually he's full on superhero.
Yeah.
Then he's rebooted, and he's, I guess, a bad guy, but he's viewed really more as a force of nature.
Yes.
Like if you're in his way, sucks to be you.
Yeah.
It's not like he's on purposely like, oh, I'm going to go fuck these people up.
Yeah, like fuck these motherfuckers in particular.
Mm-hmm.
None of that. The reason, I guess I say that he's iconic.
Yeah.
And without him and probably like, Jesus.
King Kong?
Not just just like Godzilla, King Kong, and the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, okay.
All these other monsters. Well, okay, I take that back. Not so much
The creature.
but like because the creature is technically humanoid, so we have a rule for that. But these big time monsters, man, because like King Kong, like Godzilla, these monsters are super iconic and mean a lot to us. So we want to honor them by keeping their own wing. And when we do monster movies from here on out, we will be putting them in the menagerie.
Yeah, do they get an exhibit or do they get a big display? It's like
one of those. Godzilla gets the display.
Yeah, he gets. Yeah,
Godzilla and King Kong get a display.
In there.
Off rip. And it's funny because Godzilla's work is far superior than King Kong's. And it's only now that King Kong is starting to get like more of the movies. But then again, King Kong has been around just as long, if not longer.
He's been around longer. Yeah,
longer than Godzilla.
33, I think.
Yeah. It's like been around longer. Than Godzilla, but he doesn't have those hits. Yeah. He doesn't have those hits. But he's a staple.
Yes.
So
like you know who King Kong is.
Yes,
like,
you know who King Kong is. You know, like you can be a newborn babe and be around. You know who King Kong is. And same thing with Godzilla. Mm-hmm. Like you're gonna know. It's still to this day, pop culture kind of still holds them in high regard.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
In like cartoons, other movies.
Yeah,
and
they are
in
like the zeitgeist or whatever you call that.
Yes.
Shit. Yeah. Absolutely.
They're in that, and this is the proper way to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, could we name this shit after Jaws? Yeah, but we're nerds.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, you knew this shit was gonna come.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I got.
Yeah, that was it. We just wanted to announce that. So yeah, we're good to go.
Start the show. Technically, the show's already started, but okay. So now, obviously. Technically, we would do the villains.
The tell the tape.
Yep, villains telling the tape. But like I said, this week won't be a tell of the tape. Because we're definitely saving it for next week.
Yeah,
for obvious fucking reasons.
Yeah.
And also there was really no villain in this. Kind of
say it's the big G, but then you're like,
dude, you can say the same thing about King Kong.
Yeah,
it was like both of them were minding their own fucking business.
Yeah.
And we as humans kind of took them out of their element for our own enjoyment.
Yeah, exactly.
None whatsoever. None. But, you know, and then obviously we could say the same thing about King Kong, but King Kong doesn't have any of that shit either. There's no reason to be doing there's no reason. Okay. So, Jose, if you have it, go ahead and read that good old
synopsis for King Kong versus Godzilla, the 1963 Universal version. A newspaper and television station funded by a pharmaceutical company want a sensation, which happens to be the discovery of King Kong on an island. He is captured and brought to Japan, where he escapes from captivity and battles Godzilla. There you go. That was from the IMDb.
Okay. Thank you, IMDb.
Yeah.
Or IMDb. Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and let me get my phone out. King Kong versus Godzilla, 1962 sci-fi horror. Directed by Ishiro Honda with a budget of $6,200,000 US, and with a box office of $10 million US.
Sheesh!
So it made money.
Yeah.
Obviously, the cast is going to be a bunch of Japanese actors.
Things like I'm not gonna try.
I feel so bad, and I'm not gonna try to deviate from this. But oh my God, the confidence. I am lacking confidence right now. Tadao Takashima, Kenji Shara. Yeah, I'm not even gonna. I apologize, everyone who actually wants to listen to who actually gets that. You're not. I can sit here and say you're not here.
Yeah.
For the actors and actresses that are in this movie, we're here for the monsters. But yeah, I'm going to make an audible here, and I am going to not butcher those actors and actresses' names. forgive me, everyone out there listening who says, "Oh, Shaggy, you pussied out. You didn't want to read them." You're fucking right, I did.
There you go.
I did, because I had no confidence in what I was about to read. But anyway, go ahead, Jose. Lead the way, mon frere. Or unless you're looking up.
This movie, well, no, because this trivia is going to be weird for this type of movie. It's so weird because there's, like I said, 2 different versions.
Yep.
So this movie starts off immediately. There's like this news broadcaster guy who's like, "Hi, I'm from the World Nation News," or something.
You know what? Let's point out, since, you know what? Let's cover the first 10 minutes of what's the difference between the Japanese version and the American version.
Yeah.
And then we'll go right back into the American version.
Right, so in the Japanese version, it starts off like it's just a dude. Like some dude is just reading a newspaper. Yeah.
It's just like narrating.
Yeah. It's like weird, and it's like
the world is something. Yeah,
the world has to turn. Okay, so no. Oh, that's right. So it starts off, and they're literally telling you back in 1962. So the climate's kind of changing.
Yes.
And the ice in the Antarctic is starting to melt.
You got like oh my god, I forgot what we're doing.
Yeah, like you got like a good global warning message warning.
Global warming warning in 1962.
Yeah, from Japan. We're like, "Hey man, there's some shit going on. We should
with
probably
the polar ice caps, and we should probably do something about this."
Yeah, water levels are rising, and it's weird.
Yeah, this stuff should not be happening.
Yeah, and you get that
in the Japanese version.
In the Japanese version, and the guy is like talking about his ratings. He just said about his ratings. That's basically what he is. He's a weird pharmaceutical / TV company. It's weird.
It's weird. Just a combination of things that like almost like all oil and water, or what, chili and donuts.
Yeah.
Just kind of weird.
Yeah, and you cut to like a submarine in the Antarctic. Like, hey, we're in a submarine chilling. The ice is melting for some reason. I guess because of global warming. And there's some weird lights coming from that big ice cap right there. I think that's where we turned it off, right?
Yeah, it's kind of no. We kept going. We kept going because what it was like when he was talking about, okay, because he was listening to the reports and he was just saying it's boring news.
Yeah,
boring. He's like, we need to boost our ratings.
Yeah,
we need to boost our ratings, and we need to boost our ratings, and we need to think of something. And then the stuff cut to where we're introduced to two other guys that's in there.
Yeah.
And then oh man, I'm trying to remember because I know we got that cut, and then we also like got the introduction to the Americans.
Yeah.
In the
submarine.
In the submarine, just in the water, nothing really happening. Actually, I think the Americans came first, then the guys we were introduced to, and
like
the sister.
Some lights are coming from that thing.
Yep.
Our Geiger meters going off the chart.
Yep. Let's go look it up. Let's go investigate.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, that one was there. In the American version, however,
this news broadcasting dude is here throughout the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, first things first, you don't get shit on global warming.
No, they're just like, hey man, the polar ice caps are melting for some reason.
Polar ice caps are melting. Anyway, back to John, to sports. John.
Basically, they're like, yeah, no reason why. No reason why at all.
Yes, exactly.
That's like,
polar ice caps are
America
melting.
said, fuck global warming.
Exactly, and nothing else.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, and there's so he's literally explaining everything.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, there's this pharmaceutical company, and they want to go get more berries, or these cherries, or something.
The cherries, yeah, the cherries.
These cherries which somehow he has.
That has a
because he explains, they're like a narcotic essentially,
like a non-addictive narcotic.
Yeah.
That's in the berries.
Yeah, and he explains that he found it from this wild island, but they don't give it out to too many people.
Yeah, the primitive people there are frowned upon giving out the cherries.
Yeah, even though he somehow has a whole
fucking jar of them.
Yeah,
like just sitting there.
Yeah, and he's all like, "Oh, they apparently worship some god that they make juice
for," and it's just kind of like, Okay, so you automatically know it's Kong.
Yeah.
You automatically know. It's like, okay, you say primitives,
Then
primitive natives, and then you say, okay, they're making juice for their god. I'm like, it's Kong.
And then you go and he introduces, I guess, the pharmaceutical people.
Yep.
And they're just sitting down, chilling, like, oh, we need more of this. Like,
we need more of this. Where can we go and where can we go get this?
And he's like, oh, it's on this island over here. He's like, all right, y'all go in the morning on an expedition, basically.
Yeah.
And then it cuts back to him like he's somehow looking in on this conversation.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, well.
So what we're talking about now, that is the American version.
This is the American version.
So first and foremost, the one thing about this is the Americans took what the Japanese made with King Kong versus Godzilla, butchered the fuck out of it.
Yes.
Like
they re-edited it. They
did. They took
cut some scenes out. Yeah.
Yeah, they cut scenes. And then they put them in different places, and they were using like proper cuts. They took a bunch of shit and moved it around wherever they needed to.
Yeah, they changed a lot of the score too.
They changed the score. They changed they changed some of the plot points. They introduced like new characters.
Yeah,
that made no sense. Like the fucking like the UN. Like the UN news reporter, who was reporting about things that, like, how are you finding out about these things when none of this would happen?
Exactly.
Oh my god, we were annoyed.
Yeah,
watching this movie just because it's not because it was bad, but more and more in line is like, why would we do this?
Yeah. Okay, and then he would always be like, "No, now we're gonna take you to our Japanese correspondent,
who was only made for the American movie."
And they would always cut to a scene from another Toho movie called The Mysterians, which is a space station that had nothing to do with this fucking movie. They would consistently cut to this scene.
So that's where that shit was.
Yeah,
so that's where that shit was.
It's from another Toho movie called The Mysterians. I guess it's supposed to be a satellite in this movie, and you're supposed to, like, fucking assume the satellite is broadcasting to the other guy now.
But why did you not say? They didn't even explain that.
No, they don't. They just consistently cut to that.
Because they went in because even in the beginning of the movie with the American, they talking about a dude from Brazil.
Yeah, and I don't even remember what his point of the movie was.
To explain
earthquakes. And the only reason they explained that was for the end of the fucking movie. Because the earthquake never happened again.
Yep.
In the movie to the end.
Till the end.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to play this, like, just like, hey, Brazil, how are you doing? Yeah, earthquakes are happening. Good job, Brazil.
Yeah, see you later. Yeah.
It was the weirdest thing. I seen Jose's eyes roll in the back of his head when this fucking spaceship-looking thing popped up.
I was like, this makes no fucking sense.
Like, none.
And you see, like, a little spaceship fly into the big space station.
Yes.
That's why I was like, what is this?
Like, what is this? Not even explaining.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would we even take this? And why would we do... This movie was just cut so sloppily.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah. But then he goes and he introduces the submarine scientists.
Yep.
I guess.
They say, hey, so we're gonna introduce you to the submarine scientists that are down below.
Like, can you hear us? Like, yes. You just hear like an over 80-yard voice. Yes.
Yes, but it's kind of like, okay, how are we getting cameras
into the
satellite, or like not the satellite, Jesus, into the submarine?
Yeah.
Not only that, how is this even, like, what radio frequency are you using?
Yeah, exactly.
To even talk to them, like, what?
Yeah, but it cuts to them. It's the same scene, just kind of edited different.
It's the same scene that was in the Japanese version, only it was presented later.
Yeah.
When in the Japanese version, that particular scene inside the American submarine happens as soon as possible. Mm-hmm. So, oof.
Yeah, but the submarine investigates because it's the same shit. Like, Geiger readings are going off the charts. So they crash into the iceberg essentially.
Yep.
And they're like, well, what's up, guys? We're gonna send out like a little SOS. Someone will rescue us eventually.
You were in the fucking middle of the ocean.
Yeah, they are Antarctic.
Oof.
And they're like, oh, yeah, it's okay. They'll rescue us pretty soon. We'll be all right.
Yeah, and then, like, the submarine, they say, send in the SOS beacon, and somehow the submarine just kind of pees in itself.
Yeah.
Like, it literally, you see yellow fucking, like, liquid being drawn into the water. I don't know if that was oil. I don't know. Yeah. But it was just how it was cut. It's like, send this distress signal. And it's just, like just yellow.
They'll see us
like the submarine pissed itself.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, the submarine starts rocking. Water starts coming in.
Oh man.
Fucker goes, abandoned ship. I'm like, y'all are underwater.
bro. How are
you? Not even underwater. Underwater in the Arctic. Abandoned ship where?
Exactly. Where the fuck are you go? Dog, you just see one motherfucker climb up the ladder, and there's this water just kind of pouring out, and it's kind of like, bro, where do you think you're? What do you think?
They're like, seal the hatch. He goes
seal the hatch. Be like,
he's like, nah, I don't
bro,
think that's
what hatch?
Exactly. Then you hear the legendary Skreonk.
That's another problem that I have.
Yeah.
The Skreonk did not sound good in this.
This is when they first high pitched the Skreonk.
Okay.
Because originally it was this very deep, menacing Skreonk, and starting from this movie on, it was a higher pitched.
Gross.
Yeah, and they tweaked it here and there, but for the most part, this was Godzilla's roar from here on out.
Gross.
Yeah.
I like the other Skreonk. Like,
yeah.
Like it kind of peaks and then kind of goes down. But like, God, this movie made me.
Yeah, and then Godzilla pops out of the ice and two helicopter dudes. I guess who was coming to save the submarine. I don't know.
They were just I guess they did see the yellow piss submarine liquid.
Yeah.
And just to kind of help, and just kind of just swoop down and try to help, and then Godzilla busts out of the ice.
And,
no explanation on how it was in the ice.
Well, no. In the previous movie,
they
trapped his ass in an iceberg.
Okay.
That's how they got rid of him in the previous movie. So I guess that's continuity.
This is why you're the kaiju expert.
However, according to this American dub, they were like, this new creature we've never seen before called Godzilla. Even though they say that, after the fact, these two pilots look down
and call him Godzilla.
Yeah. It's
this is like, and I was looking at Jose the whole time watching the movie going like, wait, Godzilla's never been in America. How the fuck do Americans know about Godzilla?
Yeah, because like this new creature we've never seen before.
I can understand if this is the 80s.
Yeah.
This is the 60s. Mm-hmm. They didn't give a fuck what Japan was doing.
Yeah.
They cared about what those fucking Ruskies were doing.
Yeah.
And yet, you knew about Godzilla. Oh, it's a worldwide. You don't fucking care about Japan.
Right.
So fuck, how did you know about Godzilla? I can understand, like the UN, maybe. But they weren't a part of the UN. They were American.
Were they?
They were American.
Okay. But that dude did say, well, UN reporter. He just so happens to be American.
The reporter was UN.
Yeah.
But those are American subs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
And it was Americans that sat there and said, oh, Godzilla.
Yeah,
like,
it was those helicopters.
No.
Yeah. That's right. So, yeah, you get that introduction to Dr. Johnson, who consistently pops up throughout the movie, babbling bullshit.
Man.
He's like, if you look at Godzilla, he seems to be a cross between a Tyrannosaurus Rex and a Stegosaurus. And it's like, what?
Like, bro, what?
That's like, yes, he's going to Japan. Like, why is he going to Japan? He thinks it's his home.
So, because, like the salmon always migrates upstream to go back home.
Yeah.
Godzilla thinks that Japan is his home, so therefore he's going back home. Off of fucking what merit? Off of what merit?
Yeah.
Who are you?
He is the expert, as we find out.
This man fucking compared Godzilla to a fish.
Yeah.
A fish that's not native anywhere in those waters, to my knowledge.
Godzilla, this huge reptile.
Who the fuck, dog? What?
Remember my favorite MK fighter, Reptile?
Oh my God, Reptile. Jesus. I have Reptile on my wall right now.
There you go. Yeah, look at him. He's right there chilling.
Just like.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. That doctor fucking made me. He's the fucking villain of this movie. I swear to God. My head hurt listening to his fucking theories.
Yeah, because fucking Godzilla gets out. They immediately start bombing him. Shit's not working.
Of course.
The Japanese correspondent for the UN's like, Doctor, how do you think we can stop Godzilla if our weapons aren't working? He's like, well, I don't know. He seems to be pretty invincible. Maybe being a reptile, he'll have the same weakness as a reptile, and he'll be scared of electricity.
Oh.
And you're like, what?
My God.
Like, where is this written?
Where are you getting this? Like, I want to know what fucking East Bay magazine you're getting your fucking information from.
But yeah, we get that. Fast forward a little bit. The fucking pharmaceutical people go to Skull Island.
They're like, fuck. Yeah, because the old boy gets mad because he's like, man, fuck Godzilla.
Oh, yeah, because they cut off. Well, this is better explained in the Japanese version.
Yes.
His TV show gets cut off by the news of Godzilla being awoken.
Yes.
And, it's better explained. But, yeah, he's pissed off. And he's like, I want my own monster.
Yep. It's like in the American version. He's like,
Yeah, I want my own monster. Go get me. Go to that island. Find me that god they're talking about or whatever.
Give me that monster.
Yeah.
I want a monster. It needs to be big.
Yeah, and they're just like, sure, okay.
Like, what? Like, haha, monster. Okay.
Yeah. And so they go. They land on Skull Island.
Oof. Another fucking oof of the... Holy fuck.
So they're greeted by the wonderful natives of Skull Island. Oh, wonderful brown-faced natives. I was on this movie side. I was like, look, Shag, maybe they're not. Maybe they're just dark. They're supposed to be Indonesian.
Jose.
What's that word called?
Polynesian?
Polynesian, Asian.
Jose. You don't think Polynesian about those people was the fucking Chick-fil-A sauce they'd left in catering. And Chick-fil-A wasn't even around that time, but I'm pretty sure they would have found a fucking way.
Yeah.
But I digress. This is what happens. I understand if for a movie, now to be credit where credit's due, I don't know if this is in a Japanese movie. It probably is, however, so I'm going to rip that one too. But I understand when you need to look at like natives and you need to find actual natives to be in your movie to be actors and you can't find them, so you have to make your own. Yes, this movie was made in the 60s. It was a different time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Way different time. But the amount of darkish brownish fucking makeup that you applied to these Asian people, I would have fucking forgiven it had you not of giving them little fucking afro wigs to the women.
And that little kid.
And the kid. The child. I would have forgiven all of it. All of it. I'm like, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
It's a different time. It's a different time. I get it.
Yeah.
And you need it. You had your extras. This is about the best you could do in a pinch. You didn't have to fucking put those goddamn wigs on them.
No, they didn't.
Those were some fucking curly-haired wigs,
yes,
bro.
They were.
What the fresh fuck?
I saw that. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm sorry, I'm done. I can't be devil's advocate no more.
No, bro.
Like, yeah.
No. Because, even then, I was like, bro, that's bad. That's some bad fucking makeup. I was like, that's blackface like shit. Brown face, blackface. It's just some face shit that you shouldn't be able to doing. But, like I said, I knew it was a different time, but the fuck, I lost my shit when I saw the hair.
Yeah.
When the shit just kind of zoomed in on the little kid, I was like, why is that little baby got the little curly hair? He ain't got no curly hair, man. Why y'all got that wig on him? and then Jose's like, but Shag, the mom is wearing the same fucking wig. You couldn't let these people wear their natural hair just because you wanted to make them look like they're savages. All you had to do was put dirt in their hair.
Yeah.
That's all you had to do. Mm-hmm. Fuck you, movie. I actually like this movie. I really like this movie only because how fucking stupid it was. But after seeing this, I was like, what in the frick? I now, like I said, like I told Jose, and I'll be honest, I'll be upfront with you guys too, the listeners. I had only seen bits and pieces of this movie, but I definitely every time I see this movie, I've always seen the end.
Yeah.
Or right as Godzilla and King Kong meet. Because, for obvious reason, that's the only thing I fucking cared about.
Right.
But now after watching this, I'm like, why?
It's like, ¿por qué?
Just why?
Yeah. But fast forwarding a little bit, they get there. The tribal people tell them, hey, man, you got to get the fuck out. Yep. We don't want you here. He's like, hold on, man. I got something to give you. He shows them a radio. They start like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then he hands them all cigarettes.
Cigarettes. That's the fucking winning ticket.
Yep.
You know what? I had to fucking laugh. It was menthols. Actually, I think I would have hated the movie if it was menthols.
You're like, okay, we're watching something else.
He's like, yep, we're cutting this off. We're watching something else. I refuse.
Yeah. He even gives the little kids.
Dude, yes, he's looking at us like, no, we can't get. We said we didn't bring any candy. And he fucking gives the dude, and they just look at each other. They gave the little fucking kid, goddamn, yo. They gave him what we call the Lucy. You ever heard of a Lucy, Jose?
Yeah.
He's fucking right. Just he got 2 of them, and he's like, yo, these. Like, I'm like, I think I was more upset that no one in this movie chewed the cigarette.
Right? You think they would have did that?
You think they would have just like looked at it and just kind of chewed?
Well, he showed them immediately. Like,
how
hey,
to
look,
do
you
it.
light them up and you just start smoking, and you.
But
feel
still,
them. Yeah.
I would have really.
Thanks for introducing poison
Yes.
to these wonderful natives who had
these-
nothing. Yeah. Who were minding their own business.
The theme of this movie is just if you mind your own business, none of this shit would have happened.
Right. But fast forwarding a little bit, the next day, what happens? They go.
They go out.
They're collecting berries.
Yeah, they're collecting more berries.
The cherries or whatever.
Cherries.
All of a sudden, the little kid goes into a room because he wanted to eat them, right? What did he want to do? He went into a room where they make the juice.
Yeah, he went. The kid just being a kid and wandered
Yeah.
off. I'll just say that. Let's just say that. Just being a kid and wandered off.
Enter giant octopi.
Now, this scene was shot very funny. This scene actually used a real life octopus.
Mm-hmm.
But what they did was they green screened the rest of it, and they zoomed in on the octopus, making it look bigger than what it is.
Yeah.
And everyone else was running around like on a green screen, kind of running around.
Yeah.
And getting like, and I call it green screen. It's probably something else different.
Yeah, it was back in the day. I don't know what it was called.
I forget what it is. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But they're running around, kind of like, oh my god! It's kind of
Yeah.
like the
You see a random tentacle. pop
yeah,
up
the
every once in
random
a while and
tentacle.
grab
The,
someone.
the octopus again, minding his own business.
Yeah.
You know, trying to find his way back to Detroit. Can't.
Shut up. God damn it, Shag.
Can't just like, yo, what's up? Just kind of octopying
Yeah.
the premises. I don't even think octopying is even a word, but it is today.
I like that word, octopi.
Octopi.
Is that multiple octopuses? Octopi?
I said octopi, like occupy.
Oh, okay.
But put an octa
Yeah.
in front of it. But no, like octopi, octopuses, octopusher.
Hey.
I couldn't help it.
Yeah, I
I
know.
knew it was coming.
Anyway, enter King Kong.
Yes.
He comes in, busts the gate down. It's like, hey, octopi, what you doing? Trying to steal my shit, motherfucker?
Like, trying to throw my plans?
Yeah, trying to steal my plans. No,
Are you?
no.
Good, because that'll be bad.
Oh fuck, we're gonna have that scene down one day. Like,
Yes.
trying to steal my plans. No,
It's like, throwing my plans? What? It's like, throwing your plans? Are you?
no.
Good, because that'll be bad. No, yeah, and then King Kong's. First off, again, this is the 60s. You've seen Godzilla movies up until this point. You know there are guys in suits. 9 times out of 10, they're guys in suits.
Yeah,
Obviously, this is another man in a King Kong suit, and that suit. Oof.
this King Kong suit is rough. Both, because there's another movie. They made a sequel to this, King Kong Escapes. Anyway, yeah, both these King Kong suits are rough.
Biggest of oofs.
Yeah. I told Shaq, he looks like the fucking Beast Titan from Attack on
He
Titan.
does look like the fucking Beast Titan. He looks like what the Beast Titan would have looked like in the 60s.
Yeah. I was expecting Levi just to come out of nowhere, just be like, motherfucker, just start slicing his ass.
Start slicing that motherfucker up like swish, like a goddamn cheese plate.
And you're like, well, this ended prematurely.
Yep.
No, but anyway, King Kong fights the big octopus, shoos him away. Then
He doesn't even fight him. He just kind of like
he throws a rock at him.
he just throws a rock and the fucking octopus is like, all right, fine, fuck,
Like,
all right,
damn,
shit,
asshole, I'll leave you alone. Bye.
Fuck.
I'm going back to the ocean. Leave me alone.
fuck, man, I'm going
Never
back.
to be seen again.
Nope.
Anyway, after that, King Kong sees his bottle of booze, which is the crushed up berry juice.
You say crystal berry juice? I was gonna call. Yeah,
I said crushed up berry.
Oh,
my bad.
crushed up berry
Yeah.
juice. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
so-
he hits that shit like it's Stone Cold Steve Austin, taking
Yeah.
this shit back to the head.
Yep, he's fucking chugging them down too.
And this man, like,
He's double fisting, dog.
yes, just crushing those juice, like crushing that juice shit.
Yeah.
And of course,
Everyone starts playing music for him.
starts playing the fucking music and kind of puts him to sleep. I guess this is a ritual.
Yeah.
And Kong passes the fuck out.
Yeah, he's done.
Done.
He's like, good night, everybody.
Like, just passes out. Like, just like me after a fucking raging bender. Like, just
Yeah.
like just just right down, and then they just kind of sing. They're still singing him a song, and it's kind of like with it like a fucking like native beat, there like the drums and everything, and the two guys who the explorers here are trying to plan is like, yo, we're gonna take him with us.
Yeah.
We're gonna take it with us. I don't know how he's gonna do it, but we're gonna take it with us.
Sure behold, like the next scene,
He's on a.
he's on like a makeshift raft. I'm like, wait, what? Like, how did you get him on this raft? Who built this
made the raft?
Yeah.
Like, did you pay the natives? Did they build it because you fucking like, yo, I'll give you like another 12-pack of smokes? Like, it was jail. Like, they were selling this shit like they were in fucking jail. Like, yo, I'll give you another fucking case of smokes. You build this fucking raft for me.
Yeah, so he got a raft. He's strapped down to the raft. There is dynamite all over the raft.
I get that being smart because they're like, hey, if he wakes up, we're just going to blow his ass up. Wakes up,
Sorry,
cause a
Kong.
ruckus. He wakes up, cause a ruckus.
Well,
We'll
first
stick to him.
the dude comes on the helicopter, the fucking...
Oh, the fucking
Pharmaceutical
newscast boster,
Yeah.
man. Fuck him.
He comes down and he's like, oh, yes, look at him. He's beautiful.
Fucking nerd.
Basically, then he wakes up, like always. King Kong's like, where the fuck am I at?
Yep. Kong's like, hey,
What
man,
the hell
what
is
fuck?
this?
Again, me after a fucking bender.
Yeah. So they're like, no, we got to kill King Kong. Sorry. And he's like, no, King Kong's mine. He's my responsibility. Don't kill him.
Don't kill him. You can't kill him.
And they're like, fuck off, dude. And they literally go to hit the TNT button.
They go, he fucking, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm just.
No, you're good. Yeah. But, and it doesn't work. I guess.
No, because they go to fucking go turn the shit off. He shoos them away, and his dumb ass presses the button.
Yeah.
And the button doesn't work.
Yeah. So they just shoot the dynamite with guns. And
It's
he
like-
explodes.
The fucking shit explodes, and King Kong's in the water.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we killed him. But then he pops up from underwater like, what the fuck?
You're like, what the fuck? I didn't even ask for this shit.
Yeah.
Again, me after a bender. I cannot trust
A
this
different
enough.
different cut from the Japanese version. They made it. Before all this happened, they made it to Japan, and Japan wouldn't let them in. Because they're like, that's technically exported
Yeah.
goods from another country. We can't let you in.
We can't let you in. That's smart.
Yeah, and then this one, they're like, maybe you shouldn't bring him because Godzilla's around.
Yep, Godzilla just man, again, this movie is more along the lines of like, mind your goddamn business. Because Kong was literally not messing with anyone.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of exposition now, and fuck, we're just going to skip a lot because there's a bunch of random shit.
It's a bunch of shit, man. We're like, a bunch of shit that we didn't care about. Your guys not going to care about. We're just going to talk about the stuff you would care about.
Yeah, so King Kong gets on land. Godzilla's fucking somewhere already. He's already in land terrorizing. He terrorizes a train.
Yes.
He keeps walking. They're like, oh, King Kong and Godzilla going to meet. And they're like, okay, they're fight each other. Yeah, let's go. So they fight each other. They come face to face. Godzilla's like, the fuck are you? Got King Kong's like, hey, man, the fuck are you?
Oh, yeah. This is probably one of the funniest fucking moments in this whole movie. Because it's kind of like, it almost could be depicted in real life.
Yeah, because Godzilla's like, the fuck are you doing, dog? Like, this is my turf.
King Kong's like, man, I just woke up, man. I ain't trying to be here, man. What's
and
going
he pounds
on?
his chest like, what, you want to start something? Like, let's go.
Let's go.
Throws a rock at him. Godzilla's like, fam, you got 2 minutes to get the hell out of my face.
Kong throws another rock at him.
And Godzilla's like, bet. All right, just start shooting fire.
Motherfucker shot fire, and Kong just like looks down, sees his chest is burning.
Looks up at Godzilla.
He's like, bro, what?
Scratches his head and was like, nah, fam, all right.
No, sir.
No.
Like, yeah, he back. And my man says, nah, bro, I'm good. This motherfucker, oh, hell. It's like, this motherfucker breathing fire. Nah, we good,
fire?
baby.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm going this way.
I'm going to go this way,
you
bro.
Go that way.
You got it. You got it, fam. It was the fucking you got it moment.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking cackling.
Yes.
Like, it's just, because the way it was done, Godzilla, and oh my God, I forgot. God, this is like right after Godzilla fell into that fucking hole.
No, it comes later.
Oh, boo.
That's the next scene. That's the next scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he fucking that dude, the pharmaceutical boss, like King Kong's a chicken,
Like King Kong's a chicken. It's like, yeah, you fucking right. The motherfucker breathing fire. What the fuck I'm gonna do?
right? Like I told Shag, it reminds me. There's a meme going around. From the Godzilla vs. Kong movie. It's a gorilla like sitting around like a bunch of kids, and it's like, look, man, I'm gonna try my best, but that's a radioactive dinosaur.
Exactly.
That shit was cracking me up.
This is radioactive dinosaur.
But yeah, fast forward a little bit. Kong goes his own way. Godzilla, the military comes up with a plan. They're like gonna dig a giant hole,
A big old hole.
fill that bitch up, as they said, with gasoline and poison gas, which I never saw.
I saw the gasoline. I think they were using the gas. I think they were using the gasoline, and to kind of trap him because they made like a circle where he can't really get out. Which I'm like, it's a fucking lizard that breathes, that can shoot out fucking fire. I don't think he's afraid of fire per se.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird, but that hole comes up. And oh my god, funniest.
We had me and Shag in tears.
Oh my god,
Godzilla's literally walking like dubba 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 dubba. You know, he's just walking, minding his own business. Yeah, and then bam! I mean, this motherfucker falls, dude.
This motherfucker's like, fucking screonks into the fucking screonks before he gets into the hole, and then he fucking like, oh shit!
I mean, this motherfucker crashes. Shout out to that actor. The motherfucker, he flew into a hole.
Bro, it's like they didn't tell him
that the hole was coming.
That the hole was there.
Like that had to because he wasn't careful at all. He was just straight walk forward.
Fucking like, oh shit.
And they're like, yeah, we did it. Like, did y'all? Y'all don't have like it's just a hole.
There's nothing there's nothing down there to like really kind of kill him, bro. Y'all didn't.
Shag was like, y'all didn't even build big ass spikes.
Spikes or nothing, dog. Y'all just like let that motherfucker just drop in that hole. Like, yeah, that's gonna solve all our problems. No. You ain't make the hole deep enough.
Yeah.
If y'all had that bitch kind of deep to where like he had to try to jump, like Godzilla can't really jump out. Actually, this before. This movie was before he did the like flying drop kick. Yeah, okay.
Way before.
He couldn't fucking fly out. He couldn't do none of that shit yet. And then like you just but no, you kind of dig that shit. You made that shit. It was a minor inconvenience. Yeah, that's exactly what that was.
They were literally congratulating themselves, like we did it. Good job.
Fucking high fiving and shit.
Godzilla head pops out the hole, like, fam, are you fucking shitting me?
Like, what the fuck was this?
So he gets out the goddamn hole. Then we get to those weird. We get back to fucking the UN people. We get back to Johnson. We before the fight had happened, we let out. He was explaining, King Kong is a magical creature. We've never seen a gorilla.
Oh, my God.
But King Kong is a gorilla. Whereas Godzilla, being a reptile, he has a brain this big. He pulls out like a pea.
Or fucking like a little fucking marble or fucking something. Yeah. Or that cherry or some shit. The size of that. It's like, Godzilla's brain
is about this big.
Is about this big.
Hands it to the porter. Hands it to the other guy. Even the other guy's looking at him like, "Damn, are you
serious?"
And King Kong is a gorilla. So here's a gorilla skull. Think of this, but like 10 times bigger. So Kong is a thinking animal.
Is a thinking animal. Like, bro, what?
Yeah, he thought about leaving.
That's exactly what the thinking animal. It's like, yeah, he thought. He said, bitch, you thought, and kind of walked away. It was like, like, no, sir, no. Like, that shit was, bro.
Yeah, but we get back to them where he's explaining, well, like I said, Godzilla, being a reptile, he should be prone to electricity damage, whereas King Kong grows stronger off electricity. Like, where was this established?
None of it was established.
No, he just knew. He's explaining to the crowd.
Not even on the island. Not even on the island.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe, yeah, because like I said, he's explaining it for later on in the movie.
Yep.
He's like, Kong gets stronger off electricity. But how he knew that, I don't know. So, but yeah. But fast forward, Kong's in the city. Well, no, Godzilla runs into the fucking electric towers.
Yes.
And he's like, well, this sucks.
They said, yeah, we're going to box him in.
Yeah. And to their surprise, it kind of works.
Yeah, Godzilla was like, bro, what? Like, hey, can I go through this? No, I can't go through this. That hurts. Okay, Can I go around it? It's going to take a while, but all right, I'll go around.
Yeah, even though, like Godzilla, you have fire breath. You could literally melt the goddamn beam. Or you can wipe it with your tail. Either or, but whatever.
The motherfucker was like, nah, I fell into that hole. I'm good.
I'm just going to go around this.
Like, yeah, I don't want to step forward and kind of like, that shit hurt.
Next scene, you see King Kong just run through the son of a bitch.
Yep.
And chew the wires. He's like, like he's flossing his teeth.
This motherfucker's like, just exactly. Flossing with the cable wires. Just no
They're
problem.
getting electrocuted, but it's not phasing them.
He's like, I'm tasty. Nom. Just like.
So he goes into a city, finds a train. Take someone's girlfriend from the train.
Yeah, it's just...
Kong loves his women. That's a well-known fact.
Yeah, Kong does love his women. Does love his women.
So, so he goes. He's just running around the city with a chick in his hand. Fucking, the pharmaceutical people are like, hey, man, I got an idea. Get those berries.
We'll put them in the rockets. We'll shoot them at Kong.
Yeah, and we'll put him to sleep.
Yeah, that I'm like, how the fuck they didn't even fucking specify that they got enough berries to put in the fucking
Yeah,
thing.
because
he was like, go get those berries from my office.
Like, dude, you had 3 jars, little ass jars too. It's not like you had 3 whiskey barrels full of them. No,
Exactly. Like, and you say to the office like that shit's like up the road. Dog,
I guess it was, yeah.
Bro, y'all are like almost in the middle of fucking nowhere. Town has to be like damn near 30 minutes out.
But no, next thing you know, you see the military with their little berry-filled rockets, I guess.
Yeah, while Kong's actually just sitting on the top of what I can only assume is the Japanese version of like the Capitol building.
Yeah, he's just chilling there, minding his business. Like, hey, little girl, what you doing?
Game.
They're like, hey, how you doing?
Hey, baby.
I am a king where I'm from.
You ever had like?
Oh, goddamn shit. Oh my god!
I had something I fucking
Oh
lost.
man, that's hilarious.
It's gone.
But anyway, they shoot off the rockets. Kong starts falling asleep, and I'm telling Shag, yo, this girl's about to die.
Say, hey, baby, you seen my rocket?
Oh no!
I had it. No, it's like I had to fucking say it.
Oh shit!
Hey, baby.
Oh my god, that's his voice now. I can't get it.
Exactly. That King Kong's voice, because the other Kong looks different, but this one's like, hey, baby.
Yeah.
They shooting rockets. You want to see a rocket? I'll show you a rocket. A real rocket.
Anyway, Kong gets goddamn. I'm cracking up. Oh, Kong gets put to sleep.
Oh, he's about to put her to sleep.
Oh god damn it!
Okay.
Oh
all right,
no,
I'm
you're
sorry.
good. Oh,
I'm sorry. Woo!
yeah, because they hit him with the rocket. He's supposed to fall asleep, but then they start playing the music for him. Someone pulls out their drum set
And starts like beating on the drums, repeating what the natives were doing.
Yeah.
To kind of help. Kind of like Kong's lullaby.
Yeah.
And Kong, again, like me on a bender.
Just
Slumps. On
Which I'm like, Shag, this girl died 3 times.
Dog, she really did.
Like, if you look
she
at
got
where
crushed.
Yeah.
She probably faint, like then fell to the ground, and then like his arm, she should have flew.
Yeah.
Out of his damn hand and turned into like red paint.
Like, well, they went your girlfriend and they went your sister. Sorry.
It's like, sorry guys.
At least we saved the rest of the city from Kong.
I mean, hey, oof.
But yeah.
But they save her.
And they're like, so, hey, what do we do with Kong? Because the whole time they're like, yo, we got a new Godzilla.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, the other plot to this with Godzilla is like, yeah, we gotta blow Godzilla up.
We gotta nuke him.
They're like, no,
that's not an option.
that is definitely not an option. But it can be though.
Yeah, but it can be.
I didn't hear a no.
Yeah.
Like they're like legitimately like, yo, we could blow this motherfucker up. Like he's like someone's in. I guess this is the mayor. Someone's in his ear going like, yo, we got them atom bombs, bro. We should blow that motherfucker up.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? No.
It's like, let's start the evacuation.
I mean, we could do. It's easy, man. All you gotta do is just kind of like just close your eyes, turn around, and just let us do our thing, man.
Yeah.
We could blow that motherfucker up, and then bing, bang, boom, we're home.
Yeah,
we're good. I mean, we may not have a home to go with to, but hey,
exactly.
You know, just kind of like fucking like just kind of sweet talking him. He's like, no, dude, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we've been bombed enough. We don't need this again. Like Jesus.
But yeah, so after that, they're like, hey man, we just get Godzilla and King Kong to fight again, even though that didn't work out well the first time.
It didn't work in our favor, but we're gonna try it again.
Yeah, like, let's tie some big ass balloons to King Kong, and we'll fly his ass to Godzilla, and we'll just let them fight, and hopefully they kill each other.
Yep.
That's literally their plan.
And what a plan it was!
Because they get King Kong on these big ass balloons.
Where you did all of this. You figured out, you got all these balloons, you got all this military tech, you got fucking rockets that can shoot berries to put a big ass fucking ape to sleep. But yet you can't figure out this shit with the global warming?
Exactly.
Good Lord.
Couldn't they have shot the berries in Godzilla?
No.
Well,
Probably would, because it probably wouldn't affect them like that.
You don't think so?
I mean,
because the octopus wanted the berries.
To be fair, if we're gonna play stupid with this fucking movie and play by its rules, that shit was only gonna really mess with Kong.
Okay.
And people native to that area. Who knows? You fucking gave that shit to Godzilla, this motherfucker would have had like Omega breath or some or fucking Omega beams coming out of his fucking eyes. And this, okay, I know we didn't talk. I know we kind of glazed over it. This fucking Godzilla is fucking ugly.
Yeah, this is one of my least favorite.
Fugly, bro.
This is might be my second least favorite Godzilla suit.
What's the first?
The Son of Godzilla suit.
Oof.
He looks terrible. He looks worse than this.
Fuck
in
you
my opinion.
and fuck Godzuki. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's hilarious. But yeah, no, that one's probably my worst. This one, second.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Mega Godzilla.
Hell yeah, man. Godzilla. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
White eyes and snot and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this fucking Godzilla is just the ugliest motherfucker I've seen.
Yeah.
I'm not saying.
He has like a bullfrog face. That's what
Yes, man,
yeah.
the yellow eyes.
Yeah.
It's just fucking weird.
And we know there's some people who love this suit, so we're not shaming y'all. We're just saying.
Fuck you. Like, fuck you.
Oh,
Holy shit.
goddamn.
Oh, no. No, baby. What are you doing?
Shag's like, no.
No,
Y'all look
I'll
terrible.
fucking shame you.
There you go.
There are fucking better suits, man. Y'all need to stop shopping at fucking Ross. No, I'm saying.
Oh, my God.
No. Ross is actually dope. You can find some good fits in Ross. Y'all need to stop, bro. Just stop.
Exactly.
All right, continue. I'm sorry.
No, but they dropped King Kong in front of Godzilla.
Yo, and then it was like King Kong, while King Kong was up in the air waking up and he saw Godzilla, he's like, man, don't be loud. No way.
What are we doing?
What we doing? I don't want to do that.
Godzilla's
Hey.
like, what the fuck are you doing up there now?
Yeah, Godzilla's like, hey, man, what the fuck is that?
Like, yeah, this is just hilarious.
Oh, it's that hairy motherfucker. What's going on, baby?
They literally drop him.
Yep.
And his ass starts rolling down the hill.
Oh, in the most iconic scene of this movie, a scene that's been gifted many a times. You're probably seeing it on whatever social media, and obviously whatever that social media is probably Twitter. It's where Godzilla is standing, but they drop Kong and he's sliding.
Yeah.
Feet in the air, ass first. Well, feet first into Godzilla like he's on a fucking slide, and he takes them out and he's like, wee!
Yeah.
Funniest fucking thing ever.
Godzilla's basically like, are you fucking shitting me?
Yes.
Kong immediately runs.
Yep.
He's all like, hey, beats his chest, fuck you, and then takes off.
Like, ha, gotcha, and then starts running.
Godzilla's like, this motherfucker.
Like, bro.
Chases his ass. Kong's hiding behind a rock. A big-ass rock at that, but still. And then Godzilla fucking walks around like, hey, man, where you at? I just want to talk.
Just want to talk? I just want to talk. I just want to talk.
You got some explaining to do? I'm going to give you a free pass. They dropped you from the sky, so I'm giving you a clear pass.
Yes.
If Kong grabs that motherfucker's tail, he's like, I got you, bitch.
Got you, bitch, and then Godzilla just kind of flings that motherfucker off.
Dog, what are you doing?
Like, just flings that motherfucker off, and then
Kong
he's
starts
like,
throwing
fuck.
rocks at his ass again.
Yep, Kong starts throwing rocks, and he's like, yeah, no, that's no.
Godzilla's like, all right, fire breath time. Starts shooting him with fire breath. Kong's like, fuck.
Kong gets hit by fire breath. It's kind of like brushed that shit off, but he's like, man, that shit kind of hurts.
Yeah. He's like, I just got to charge you so you can stop doing it.
Yeah, he's like, fuck that. He just ran and kind of speared that motherfucker.
Yeah, he really did.
He just ran
hit that motherfucker with a pounce and just
like, bah! Actually, no, not the pounce. He hit that motherfucker with the gore, bro. He hit that motherfucker with the gore, bro. And he just kind of like, rah! They just kind of went rolling.
Yeah.
And then they got back up, started fighting. Godzilla started giving them two-piece.
Yeah. There's a scene, Kong's like, okay, cool, fuck this, I'm running right at you. Godzilla kind of sidesteps. Kong eats it.
Yep.
He hits a rock face first, and that fool is out. He's all like, oh, no.
And Godzilla's like, yeah, bitch, what's up? And then he fucking just kind of like...
He starts burying him with the rocks.
Oh, yeah, he fucking... Like, Godzilla... I refuse to believe that this Godzilla did not see Step Brothers, as in, like, taking fucking... he's, like, sitting there, like, King Kong's out. He's like, what? What's going on? And he's like, what are you doing? He's like, burying you. Like just doing it, like kicking the shit on him and kind of using his tail, and I'm just like, but I'm alive. You're dead.
Yeah, so that happens. Kong gets back up, like, hey, motherfucker. Godzilla knocks his ass down again.
Yep.
Buries his ass again, and just starts immediately lighting everything around him on fire.
Yes.
He's like, you're going to roast now.
Mike, like, just high-key disrespectful. Not only that, just because you said roast, the guys in the fucking plane watching, like, in the fucking helicopter watching fights, like, Godzilla is roasting King Kong.
Which I immediately want him to just start talking shit.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, old monkey face, bitch.
Goddamn. But anyway, conveniently enough, a storm passes by, and lightning starts immediately striking King Kong, thus giving him the power like He-Man. He explodes from his grave, grabs Godzilla's tail, and starts electrocuting Godzilla.
Also, kiddies, remember that this is the point that you need to pay attention if you haven't been already.
Yes.
That made no fucking sense because why did we even think Godzilla? No one said anything about King Kong getting powers from lightning. None of that.
Well, they said electricity earlier, remember?
They said electricity, but like just the fucking lightning because it's just on the fucking island?
Yeah,
Just because it was fucking thundering and lightning on the island is because you're going to give him powers.
Yeah, well, there you go. I don't know.
He just shows up magically.
Yeah.
Like Puff the Magic Dragon. Fucking just ham it up. I was like, and that's probably an awful reference. I apologize. But still, fucking comes down.
I can't remember Puff the Magic Dragon.
I can because I have issues. But still, he comes fucking like that scene. He fucking comes like it's thunder and lightning. They're praying to it looks like they're praying to the thunder and lightning. And this is earlier in the movie. They're even like, yo, why are the natives praying to just a little bit of thunder and lightning? They think that's their god. They're like, nah.
Yeah.
Because then they hear fucking Godzilla.
You hear Kong roar. Yeah.
You hear fucking Kong's roar, and they're like, that's just thunder. That ain't no fucking thunder. Like that's what I'm hearing. But yeah, and you assume that he gets his power from electricity based on what?
Yeah, I don't know.
The motherfucker's eating that shit like it's a blue raspberry candy.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, man.
But anyway, like we say, he powers up, starts fighting Godzilla, is electrocuting Godzilla every time he's touching him.
Yep.
They're now fighting. He sticks a tree down Godzilla's face.
That's another fucking popular gif.
Yep. Godzilla hits him with a drop kick. That's another popular gif too. He does like this little claymation drop kick.
Like poof. Not the infamous Godzilla.
No, not
drop
that
kicks.
one sliding. That's amazing.
Not that one.
There's
Not
another
the
one.
tail up, and I'm just fucking flat back and just drop kicking you.
Yeah.
It's he just kind of it's just like a nice little. That's like you. I thought claymation was gonna be a lot in this movie.
Yeah, not really.
Wasn't. It's pretty much. Me and Jose really like the practical effects.
Yeah.
Yes, I know it's two guys in suits, but it takes a lot of
That's an
fucking
art.
shit.
Yeah, no,
to
you don't
do.
understand. Yeah.
As goofy as this fucking plot of this movie is, the setup and everything for the monsters and the worlds and everything else around them was actually superb in that for this time.
Yeah.
But it's still good. But yeah, fuck, I forgot my train of thought. Go ahead, Jose.
But yeah, they start fighting. They go to a pagoda, this big castle. Godzilla gets on one side, Kong's on the other side.
Yep.
They immediately just start clawing the meat in the middle.
Like they
y'all
start
couldn't-
slap boxing.
Yeah, y'all couldn't go around.
No.
Y'all have to destroy this castle.
They legitimately start fucking slap boxing.
Yeah.
Just to kind of fight each other. Like in the middle, it's like.
Yep, and finally, Kong just tackles the fuck out of Godzilla.
Yep.
They fall off a cliff
Into the water.
into the water.
And who wins, Jose?
We win.
Yes, that is
Mankind
correct.
wins because... No, King Kong wins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so here's another difference. In the American version, it was a big earthquake that happened.
Which is something the only one thing I could take away from the American version that I actually liked.
Yeah.
Because in the Japanese version, the earthquake happens, but it's kind of like a fucking
But the
baby
earthquake happens
tremor.
because they fell in the water. Like,
Yeah.
they caused the earthquake, essentially.
Yeah.
But no, it's a big earthquake. You see Kong pop up like, hey, it's Kong.
Swimming home.
Hey, we don't see Godzilla. Yay. And then finally, one more time, we get the fucking UN news reporter. It's like, there's been no sign of Godzilla. And as King Kong swims peacefully to his home. We wish him well on his journey home. Safe travels, Kong. And thanks for everything. Like, what?
Makes no fucking sense.
And, the end.
The end. You hear King Kong's like fucking bap ass
Yeah.
roar, and it's just oh god.
And that's Godzilla. That's King Kong versus Godzilla, basically.
So, Jose, when we talked about this movie before, we talked about this movie having a two different endings: the
Yes.
Japanese ending and the American ending. The American ending, obviously, King Kong won.
Yes.
The Japanese ending, Godzilla won.
Uh-huh.
However, you have informed me, and so did the internet, that this is an entire myth.
Yeah.
Tell the people.
Yeah, everyone, like, for the longest time, everyone believed that here in the U.S. version, Kong wins, Japanese version, Godzilla wins. Mm-hmm. But no, that's not the case. It was, I don't know where this rumor came from. There was a children's book that I wish I still had. I fucking had it, and I don't know where the fuck it's at. Because these things are worth money now. It's like a series of books about, like, just different monsters. And they had one on Godzilla. Ooh. And even in that book, they're like, oh, in 1963, Godzilla fought King Kong in one of the biggest monster battles ever. And depending on where you saw it, in America, King Kong won, but in Japan, Godzilla won. I want to say it maybe came from that, but I don't know. I don't know where it was. It was always intended for Kong to win because Kong was technically the hero of this story, whereas Godzilla was the bad guy.
Which, just by looking at this, Godzilla literally just was frozen in a block of ice.
Yeah, and he woke up like, "Hey man, what the fuck's going on? Y'all are shooting at me.
Y'all shooting at me, G. I was asleep.
Yeah, I'm chilling. Even at the end of the movie, he's not destroying a city or nothing.
He's just kind of chilling on the side of a mountain.
Yeah, he's chilling on my Fuji, like, hey, I'm just relaxing.
Like,
you know, enjoying the view.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Like, yeah, it's a nice day out. What in the fresh fuck is that?
Yeah. So, I don't know where that came from, but so there you go. And that rumor, don't let no one tell you otherwise. That is not true.
Not true.
King Kong is the winner in both movies.
Yes. Say it one more time, Jose.
King Kong is a winner in both movies. For now. Which is why Godzilla got to get his win back.
So you say that.
This is the rubber match. No, this isn't the rubber. What's the rubber match? The one in the middle of the third.
The rubber match is the third.
Okay, this is the rematch.
It is the rematch.
Godzilla got to get his win back.
So you say this. You say this.
I say this confidently.
Knowing what's going on.
They're going to let him go on top.
You're not going to. No.
They're going to let him go on top.
We watch way too much fucking wrestling for that to even fucking happen.
Vince is going to pull
Vince who?
Well,
Russo? He ain't fucking doing anything about this.
They're going to put faith in Toho like Vince McMahon put faith in CM Punk. He's like, I'm going to let you win. I'm going to let you win hoping you're going to come back. And CM Punk did come back that first initial win.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. Hey, man. All I'm saying is just your man's going to be prepared to do the job.
Oh, he'll do the job all right.
He's going to do the job.
Beat ass. That's the job.
Oh, yeah. He going to beat ass. Beat them feet, too, as he fucking take that L. That's exactly what's going to happen. But anyway. This movie... Oh, my God. As bad as this movie is, I'm going to still say watch it.
Yeah. Do you like Art Adams' version of this Godzilla? He tried to draw him.
I think the eyes are too kind of close.
Yeah. Oh, this
Not
was
bad,
his.
though.
He drew like kind of an ending. What happened?
Yeah.
Art Adams like, oh, they fell into the water and they looked at each other like, oh, you want to go? Nah, I'm gonna go home. Me too. Bye.
Word, bye.
And they both took off like.
That was the true ending.
That's the true ending in my book, but no.
He's like, bro, why are we fighting? I don't
know what happens because you can assume Godzilla just chilled at the water.
Dude, Godzilla fucking swim. Godzilla can fucking swim.
Yeah, because in the next movie, it's assumed Godzilla washes up on shore from a typhoon. Because the next movie is Godzilla, Mothra versus Godzilla. Because this movie did so good, they're like, fuck it, we're doing another versus movie. Mothra, she's popular, right? She's fighting Godzilla now.
Nice.
And that's how the movie starts off. Like a big ass tsunami happens. No, typhoon.
Yeah.
Happens and Mothra's egg washes up on shore somehow. And then somehow Godzilla rises from the ground. Like I guess he got washed up on shore too and he comes out from under the ground like, what the fuck was that? I'm covered in dirt. I'm kind of angry now.
Just like me after my benders.
There you go, right?
Yep. Nah, man, that shit was, it's fucking weird because, like, Toho made that fucking ending. Mm-hmm. Well, not Toho directly, but they approved that ending with Godzilla. But then it's kind of like, okay.
Well, this is Toho's movie.
Well, no, I know.
Okay.
I know. It's kind of one of those things to where it's like, okay, so, like, when they both fell in the water, you just see Godzilla swim away, and it's like, well, instantly you say Godzilla wins, and it's kind of like, well, not Godzilla wins, I'm sorry. You say Kong wins, and but Godzilla's water-based, so it's kind of like, maybe he was just like, bro, like Kong was like King Kong's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was weird. This movie's weird. Is it the best Godzilla movie? Fuck no.
No.
Is it enjoyable? If you skip most of the bullshit, but yes.
Maybe the Japanese version is more enjoyable.
We're gonna give the Japanese version a spin one of these days, probably. Like I said,
because I know most of the differences. I just never really watched it.
Yeah, I just never. Obviously, this is my first time watching this movie all the way through.
I know everyone's gonna be like, Jose, you're a Godzilla fan.
Oh, you haven't seen the Japanese?
Hey,
dude, let me tell you something
relax.
Let me tell you something about Jose in this fucking movie, or about his Godzilla fandom. He has the Criterion Collection of the Godzilla book box set, or book set is what I want to go ahead and say. And this his first time opening it was tonight.
Right. Uh-huh.
He kept it in mint condition, but he's seen all these other movies years ago.
Oh yeah.
Copious amounts of alcohol and drugs kind of fucked up his memory. But, I will not take away his fandom. You shouldn't either.
That's right.
You guys should go ahead and, I guess, go out of your way to kind of see this, but realistically, the movie you want to see is coming out next week. If you are nerds like us, you will watch this movie and probably watch the Japanese one and then come back and say, you guys missed a lot of stuff. You know what, man? You do this drunk, all right? You come on this show drunk and you talk into a microphone telling stories about a movie that you kind of sat there and watched and try to remember all that shit, all right? This shit is tough, all right? I'm just rambling. I'm sorry.
That's right. No.
But yeah, man. Okay. So this is the part of the episode where we can kind of sit there and go, where we calculate the scores for who's the best villain. But we didn't have a villain for this.
Right.
Actually, this
Godzilla's technically the villain, but
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call a filler episode.
Yeah.
Because the real heavy hitter is next week.
Oh, yeah.
And we are looking forward to it. So as a matter of fact, Jose, do you have any other parting words for these people?
No, other than join us next week. We're going to be hyped.
Definitely join us next week.
I'll be hyped. Shaggy will be sad. But it'll be okay.
See, he says that like I'm not always sad.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always sad.
I'm always fucking sad, bro.
Poor Shag.
Yeah. Anyway, tune in next week. We'll have that episode for you. I am Shaggy Black for my friend Jose.
Yeah.
We shall see you guys later.
Hey, everybody. Take care of yourselves. We love you. Bye.